I'm Dixie, and today I want to read you a story that I wrote. This story was in response to a journey that I've been on, learning to be mentally, emotionally, and spiritually healthy. So I hope you're blessed by it. I'm just going to go ahead and read it, and so I won't be looking at you. Sorry for that. I really loved children's stories as my kids were growing up, and I would read them to them, and they had really deep meaning. So you'll kind of see some of that reflected in this story. It's pretty short, so hang in there with me. It's called Have You Ever Felt Like a Rowboat Tossed by the Ocean? And it says, I once was a rowboat tossed by the ocean. I was afraid. That's a terrible emotion. The wind and the waves had all of the power, so day after day I would just cower. Sometimes the waves, they'd rise so high, I felt like I could touch the sky. There were days full of beauty, sunshine, and fun. Many days I hoped would go on and on. Some years held purpose, joy, and content. These were years very well spent. Then there were times when I felt as if this ocean, I think it wants me to flip. Helpless and angry, sad and alone, I drifted and prayed and waited for the unknown. There have been times I was thrown into rocks and spent years dealing with aftershocks. With much time and caring, eventually I would complete the repairing. Sometimes I saw a greater intention, but mostly I looked for an intervention. How I longed for closeness and connection, but that is tough when you have no direction. There were times I felt so drawn to another, yet without control we'd just crash into each other. With every smash, I would slowly drift away, mourning the love that was lost that day. I pleaded with the wind and the waves. I asked the storms, please stay away. I worked and I worked to be friends with the ocean, but all that I tried could not change its emotion. There were many boats that passed me by. Maybe the answer was there in their eye. But some would show pity, pride, or disgust. Others showed kindness, love, and trust. What was the reason? I wanted to know. And why wouldn't someone just give me a tow? As life would have it, I started to sink. The repairs I had made now started to leak. Desperate for help, I looked and I cried. I pleaded with God and then closed my eyes. I thought it was over, that my days were through. It felt like there was simply nothing I could do. But something inside of me wouldn't give up. That dang stubborn voice kept saying, get up. I tried to reason it out of this fight, but it was convinced we were made for flight. Look up, it kept saying, but I was too stuck. Rowboats don't fly, you crazy old duck. It was then that I felt a soft, gentle breeze. It seemed to whisper, get off of your knees. When out of the clouds shone a sun ray, and I heard a voice say, it is okay. As that ray of sunshine shone, it came exposing all I had known. One of the boats there in the water, he saw it and started coming over. He came right up by my side and asked if I knew that I too could glide. I'm just a rowboat, I said to his question. I don't have a sail, may I just mention. He chuckled and said, now the real problem I see. You don't know who you were meant to be. Those lies too had kept me from seeing the truth. Those lies that are awful, mean, and uncouth. It is the truth that mends our damage, exposing the lies as nothing but garbage. Let me explain and show you the way so that you can be set free today. I would be happy to share what I've learned to give you the gift that is completely unearned. Yes, please, I said, and started to hope. After all, I'm not a complete dope. He pointed out that I had a sail cover, and soon the truth I would discover. He showed me the buttons, the ropes, and the snaps. These things come off, I said with great gasps. Those covers were meant to protect you, my dear, but if you leave them on, you cannot steer. Wait, I said with immense fear. First, I need to learn how to maneuver this gear. You'll be surprised what you already know. You'll remember sailing a long time ago. No one is perfect, but you'll find the way. Can't be worse than it was before today. And wouldn't you know it, that sailboat was right. I sailed and I sailed with all of my might. I learned to adjust my sails with the wind. I learned to expand and to extend. Oh, I still have a lot to learn about setting my sails and how to turn. But now, when the wind and the waves show their power, I no longer fear. I no longer cower. I adjust my sails and change direction, knowing that ahead is new inspiration. As I sail around the ocean today, I see rowboats just like me, and I want to say, you are created with all that you need. It is lies that have kept you from being freed. Each day before was bringing you nearer to set you free from all of this fear. It is when you really see the you that you were created to be, that you will finally, totally be set free. And when that happens, you will feel as if every moment before was bringing you closer to this very door. And although the outside may remain the same, on the inside, my friend, you will forever be changed. So I hope you were blessed by that story, and if you can relate in any way, I hope that you're encouraged. I know for me, years ago, I saw the movie Good Will Hunting, and there's a picture in that movie. If you've seen it, if you haven't, you should watch it. It's the best movie ever. But in that movie, there was a picture of this rowboat in the ocean, and you could see that this person is just really struggling. And when I saw that, I thought, that's me. That's how I feel. And so as I've started this journey of healing and getting to a much better place, I just kept picturing that rowboat, and I realized I'm not a rowboat at all. I'm actually a sailboat, and I can sail. I can adjust my sails, and it's such an incredible feeling. So I wanted to share that with all of you. Hope you have a great day.